some of you have made a New Year's resolution to be healthier or drink less alcohol. God bless you. Our next guest will help you with one of those. Give it up for our wine diva, Leslee Miller, everybody. Hello, Leslee.
Hello.
Look at the beautiful grapes.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh!
isn't that gorgeous? I know.
I'm just gonna eat those grapes.
Okay, now when I heard the pitch for this, I thought, really? I thought, how can you make wine healthier? But there's a way.
There is a way, because there's a lot of other things that are added to wine that we don't want to consume.
Okay.
And these are always really interesting conversations with me, because I teach a lot of wine and wellness classes.
Yes.
And people are so concerned about the amount of sugar that they put in their body. They're eating organic foods, but then they don't think about what they're drinking.
Yes, absolutely.
They don't even have this conversation. So let's start with bubbles, because I know it's one of your favorite categories.
I love it. You wasted no time. You went right for the Vouv. I love it. Yeah.
So we're going to start with bubbles. And this was a really, I mean, I teach a lot of bubbles classes in December. I teach like 4 or 5 of them. And we talk about the amount of sugar in bubbles. All right?
Is there a lot? Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me there's a lot of sugar in bubbles. Is there?
So here's the thing. If you are trying to cut sugar completely out of your life, you want to head to this category called Brut Nature, or zero. So this is Tarlant. They're a very teeny tiny small producer in the region of Champagne.
Okay.
You see right on the label that it says zero. So they are in the Brut Nature category, meaning that they can only put in up to 2 grams of residual sugar in that particular category. And then
fascinating. I did not know that. Okay.
Veuve is in the Brut category. So Brut means that you can have up to 12 grams of residual sugar.
Okay.
So you're actually dealing with 100 calories per glass difference.
Seriously?
Yes, yes, yes. So I want you to try the Tarlant.
Tarlant, okay.
Tarlant is a fabulous little baby producer. It's really bone dry, so it's got this ripping acidity to it, which makes it like, it's electrifying, right? I mean, it's great with oysters, it's great with creamy pastas, things like that, because the acid is just really straight lined. Okay?
Goes great with Theraflu, let me tell you. Yeah, I know.
Okay. So once you have that, so we're talking about 0 to 2 calories per glass on that baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Very, very good. Now, if you head to one of the probably the more iconic labels in the way of the bubbly section, Veuve Clicquot. The wines of Veuve Clicquot that come to the United States.
Okay, now stop right there. I've been saying it wrong. All of my friends, we call it Vouv.
Yeah.
It's not called Vouv. We can't call it Vouv. How do we say it?
Veuve Clicquot.
Veuve.
Yeah.
Okay.
We always say Veuve like glove.
Veuve.
Yeah, yeah.
Veuve like glove. Okay.
Yeah. So Veuve Clicquot, actually, the sugar in Veuve Clicquot that comes to the U.S. is a little higher. Actually, it's a lot higher than how it is actually bottled and served in Europe.
You're breaking my heart. First, I'm pronouncing Vouv wrong, and now it has sugar. Okay. Veuve.
So this is, I mean, you're dealing with 0 to 2 calories, and you could be dealing upwards of 100 calories per glass. Which is a lot when you start to add up how many calories you're taking in a day. And you're like, oh, I'm only having 2 to 3 glasses of wine a night. And then you're like, well, I guess I can't eat breakfast tomorrow morning because you just consumed all of your calories, right?
Taste-wise, you know what? I enjoy the lower calorie one.
Yeah,
the
and it's higher acid, yeah.
Okay.
So here's the magic and kind of the secret. If you're really looking to achieve some of these like lower calories, you want to look for actually lower alcohol as well. So when you head to old world countries,
the audience is not for that, actually.
But everybody wants to drink more. Like, how annoying is it that after 1 glass of wine, you're super tipsy and it's only the salad course?
Yeah.
Right? It's super lame in my world.
It depends on who your company is. Yeah.
Right?
Thank you, yes. No, I'm kidding.
So you want to look at old world wines, meaning things in the European department. And that's whites and reds. So there's a giant misconception that reds have more calories. That is completely false. So if you look at whites and reds and you're dealing with alcohol content between like 9 and 11%, you're literally dealing with lower points of alcohol.
Okay.
This is Gruner Veltliner. It's from Austria. You're also dealing with there's 0 grams of sugar to this, period. But you're also dealing with a very low amount of alcohol. So it's light, it's refreshing, goes with a lot of different food.
Oh, I enjoy this. This is refreshing.
Yep, it's great. It's light. So for me,
write that brand down. You guys will like that. That's really good. No, seriously, write that down. That's a good one. Yeah.
So for me, I'd rather like eat the bowl of potato chips and the macaroni and cheese and then drink less calories.
Or 4 Ragavan pizzas that we're getting ready to do. Yeah.
Okay, so last to kind of finish this up, because this is where we start to get into some of this, like these bad boys. This is where things go awry in the wine world. So Meiomi is a very popular brand in the market right now.
This one right here?
Yeah, and we've been talking a lot about in 2018, when is wine not actually wine? When are there more things in the bottle that are actually not grape juice?
Okay.
And Meiomi has kind of been under fire for that, along with Apothic and then our friends at Yellowtail, okay? So as
brands that a lot of people watching.
These are very popular brands.
Yes.
Insanely. So Apothic has a number of different wines in the market right now where you could be drinking 200 to 300 calories per glass. And you're also looking, when you flip the backs of some of these bottles, you're looking at closer to 16% alcohol. And so remember, the higher the points of alcohol, the more calories potentially that you're going to consume. And remember also that alcohol has more calories than sugar does. Okay. So the more alcohol, the more calories. Now, Meiomi has a lot of other things in it besides wine. It's not made in a very healthful way. And that doesn't always necessarily go, it's really sticky, sweet, and people are always like, oh, I love it because it's so big. That's because you have 47,000 Jolly Ranchers in your mouth all at once. That's what it feels like. It just feels like I have a mouthful of Jolly Ranchers, and then you're like, where's the fruit, right? With the actual, like, grapes.
I actually don't. This is good because I don't love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So from there, I brought this can of Coca-Cola to just show you where in the mix does it go in between the Meiomi and the Apothic, or the Apothic and the Yellowtail, as far as sugar content.
This is like Price is Right.
Yeah!
I believe between these two.
Yes, exactly. So Apothic, you are dealing with upwards of, well, like 20, maybe 20 grams of sugar. And our friends at Yellowtail in this particular bottle have 41 grams of sugar. Coca-Cola, my friends, has 39 grams of sugar. So it's really, really important when you start to look at the wines that you're buying. And, you know, I didn't bring Ménage à Trois, but Ménage à Trois and Apothic Red are kind of in the same category. A lot of things in there that are not healthy, really, I mean, coloring and bags of sugar, literally, that they can add. Where in these departments over here, it is illegal and it is forbidden. So
do the Tarlant, everybody.
Do the Tarlant.
That's right,
Do the Tarlant.
Leslee Miller, everybody. Because it's really good. For more information on Leslee, head to amusewine.com. And if you miss a segment, don't worry. We'll post the whole thing on Facebook and our whole show on our new YouTube channel a little bit later.